Hey there, English learners and curious minds. Welcome back to English with Kay, the podcast where we unravel the world one quirky custom at a time. I'm your host, Kohonor, and today we're setting our sights on two titans of the English speaking world, America and Britain. That's right, we're diving deep into American and British culture, exploring everything from their favorite holidays to their oh so peculiar social etiquette. Get ready for a wild ride filled with fascinating facts, hilarious anecdotes, and maybe, just maybe, a few cultural misunderstandings along the way. Don't worry, we'll sort them out together. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Aren't they basically the same? Well, hold on to your hats because while they share a language, well, sort of, the cultural differences can be as vast as the Atlantic Ocean that separates them. So let's get started. Let's kick things off with holidays. In America, we've got Thanksgiving, a day dedicated to gratitude, family, and enough food to feed a small army. Think turkey, stuffing, pumpkin pie, the whole shebang. It's also a day for watching American football, either live or on TV. Then there's the 4th of July, Independence Day, which is basically an excuse to set off massive fireworks, have barbecues, and wave the American flag with gusto. It's a day steeped in patriotism and celebration of freedom. Now, hop across the pond to Britain, and you will find Guy Fawkes Night, and also known as Bonfire Night, on November the 5th. That commemorates the foiling of gunpowder plot in 1605 when a group tried to blow up the House of Parliament. So naturally, they celebrate by setting off fireworks and burning effigies of Guy Fawkes on bonfires. It's a bit dark, but hey, it's a tradition. And then there's Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. It has a very different origin. Traditionally, it was the day when servants and tradespeople would receive gifts known as Christmas boxes from their bosses or employers. This was a chance for the wealthy to show appreciation to those who worked for them, often in their homes. Today, Boxing Day is known for major shopping sales, much like Black Friday in the United States. Okay, let's move on to customs and traditions. This is where things get really interesting. In America, it's perfectly normal to strike up a conversation with a complete stranger in the grocery store line. You might chat about the weather, compliment their shoes, or even share your deepest fears. Uh, okay, maybe not that last one. Americans are generally friendly and outgoing. In Britain, however, reserve is the name of the game. The British tend to be more reserved and polite than their American counterparts. They are more reserved and less apt to wear their hearts on their sleeves than US American. You're unlikely to get a Brit sharing their life story with you unless you've known them for like a decade. Politeness is key, and queuing is a national sport. Don't even think of jumping the line. It's practically a crime. So, what else? Tea is a very important part of British culture. The word cuppa is a common way to refer to a cup of tea. Most Brits drink tea for breakfast, more tea during the work breaks, tea before bed, tea when the neighbors visit, tea during a meeting, tea to help decide how to solve a crisis. Well, you get the idea, right? Now, let's talk social etiquette. In America, tipping is a big deal. You tip your server at restaurants, your taxi driver, your hairdresser, basically anyone who provides a service. And it's not just a nice thing to do, it's basically expected. The general rule is 15 to 20%. In Britain, however, tipping is less common but still appreciated. You might tip at restaurants if the service was particularly good, but it's not as obligatory as in the US. Also, be prepared to apologize a lot. British people have a tendency to over apologize. For example, if you tell someone about something unfortunate which has happened to you, it's quite likely that they will apologize. Another important aspect of British etiquette is the way you greet and converse with others. It's customary to offer a firm handshake upon meeting someone for the first time. Remember to make brief eye contact, as this denotes confidence and sincerity. When engaging in conversation, be mindful not to interrupt or talk over someone else. Now, humor, the great divider. American humor tends to be more direct, with clear setups and punchlines. It's often loud, energetic, and relies on enthusiasm. Think sitcoms with laugh tracks. British humor, on the other hand, is drier, more sarcastic, and often relies on understatement. They are the masters of irony and self deprecation. They typically won't hesitate to mock others and laugh at themselves in turn, highlighting the absurdities in our world along the way. It may sound nasty if you are not used to it, but it's simply part of their daily banter. So, if you're going to try a cracked joke in either country, keep these differences in mind. Otherwise, you might end up with some confused stares. When it comes to a translation, just like with language, American and British cultures have their own unique idioms that can be confusing if you're not in the know. If something is very easy in America, it's a piece of cake. In the UK, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you're joking with someone in America, you're pulling their leg. In Britain, you're taking the mickey. And if you strongly dislike something, Americans would say, "That's not my cup of tea." So, next time you're chatting with someone from across the pond, pay attention to their idioms. It'll give you a real insight into their culture. All right, let's wrap things up with a quick vocabulary boost. Here are 10 words and idioms we've used today that might be new to you. Our first word is gratitude. Gratitude. It's the feeling of being thankful. For example, Thanksgiving is a holiday to express gratitude for what we have. Our next word is patriotism. Patriotism. It's a love and devotion to one's country. For example, the 4th of July is a day of patriotism and national pride. Next is effigy. Effigy. It's a model or dummy of a person. For example, they burnt an effigy of the unpopular leader. Next is reserve. Reserve. It's a quality of being reserved or not openly expressing emotions. For example, the British are known for their reserve and politeness. Next one is queue. Queue. It's a line of people waiting for something. For example, the queue for the bus was very long. Next is obligatory. Obligatory. It's something that is required or compulsory. For example, tipping is not obligatory in the UK, but it is appreciated. Sarcasm. Sarcasm. It's the use of irony to mock or convey contempt. For example, his comment was full of sarcasm. Understatement. Understatement. The presentation of something as being less significant than it is. For example, saying it's a bit chilly when it's freezing is an understatement. Anecdote. Anecdote. It's a short and amusing story about a real incident or person. For example, he shared an anecdote about his travels in America. And lastly, quirky. Quirky. It's characterized by peculiar or unexpected traits. For example, the British have some quirky traditions. And that's all, folks. I hope you've enjoyed our worldwide tour of American and British culture. Remember, these are just generalizations and every individual is different. But hopefully, you've gained a better understanding of these two fascinating cultures and maybe even learned a new word or two. Thanks for tuning in to English with Kay. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those cultural boundaries at bay. Bye!
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more great content.